guys, welcome back to Quad Nation. So today this video is going to be all about shifting, how to shift if you're a beginner, or advanced shifting techniques, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be a shifting tutorial video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, smash the like button. Hopefully I'm a really good teacher. Let me know, comment down below. So let's get this baby started. Alright guys, first thing first, we have to understand the transmission that's in this specific bike. This bike, out of the transmissions out there, has pretty much the simplest design ever. Neutral's at the very bottom. So what that means is when you start off on this bike, if it's clicked all the way down, it's going to be a neutral. From that point, you click it up for first, up for second, third, and fourth. This is a 4-speed transmission, and it's about as simple as it comes, guys. You guys know, like my Raptor, it's a bit more advanced if you're riding a Raptor or some of the race bikes that are out on the market, Honda and Yamaha, Suzuki. The transmissions are a bit more complex. Neutral is going to be between first and second. So if you have no experience shifting bikes or quads, it's definitely a bit more confusing because it can be difficult sometimes to put it in neutral between first and second. The transmission can be a bit finicky. This is easy. If it's not going into neutral very easily, you just keep stomping it down. Don't stomp on it. All right, just keep clicking it down, and you can't get confused if you're unsure of if you're in neutral or not. Keep clicking it down. Eventually you'll be in neutral. So super easy, simple transmission in this. Now, even though this transmission is going to definitely be easier versus riding a Raptor or a race bike, it is going to be a bit more difficult, bit more multitasking with this, because unlike my Raptor, and you guys, if you've watched that tutorial on how to shift a big bore quad or race bike, if you haven't seen that and you're interested, it is down in my videos. But unlike those big bore quads that have tons of torque, like you've seen in the video, you can release the clutch, not even have to worry about giving it throttle, and it starts taking off on its own. So if you're learning and you're new to it, it's very easy to start off on your own because the torque will get you moving. However, on this bike has very little torque, so what you have to do is, as you're letting out the clutch, you have to also start increasing the throttle, and that's where it can become very complex and a bit confusing if you've never been on anything with a manual transmission. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, at the end of the video, I'll show you how to do those super awesome donuts. It's super fun on the pit bike to do them. Guys, I absolutely love this thing. I really do. This is an awesome bike. Alright, first thing first, if you're having a little trouble starting a bike, go check out my video, First Impression Ride. It'll explain how to use the choke and when to turn it on and off, okay? So go check out that video if you're having issues. As far as starting off, if you're past that point, you have the bike running, but you're not exactly sure or confident how to shift it right, here we go. Let's do this. Make sure you're on. Key is on. Make sure you're in neutral. Go ahead and fire it up. All right, power. Sounds good. All right, guys, let's do this. So the first thing you're going to do, all right, you're brand new. This is the first time for you. Here we go. This is how you do it. Pull the clutch in. All right, clutch is over here. Pull it in. This is your throttle. Okay, go ahead and click up the shifter, just like that. Now the transmission's engaged, but not fully, because until this clutch is released, the clutch plates are not going to grab. All right, so as we release the clutch, okay, we're going to slowly increase on our throttle. Okay, so here we go. Watch both my hands. I'm not giving it any gas right now, okay, but as I let out the clutch slowly, I'm going to roll on the throttle just a little bit. Just like that. Easy peasy. Let's do that again, okay? Basically, as you slowly release this, you slowly roll on. And I mean, you just barely, ever so slightly have to move that throttle. But it's more like a musical instrument. You really can't even see me moving the throttle, but you can hear the tone of the bike gets louder and louder and louder. Basically just listen to it as if it's a beautiful instrument, all right? If you take off too fast, all right? And what I mean by taking off too fast is if you release this too fast and you're giving this too much over here, this is what's going to happen. You're going to flip back. All right? That's if you release that too fast and you have too much throttle. If you release this too slow and you give it too much throttle, you're going to burn your clutch plates. And let me demonstrate. Ready? Some people tend to get on it and they want to do this, and then they're slowly letting the clutch out, and I'm just burning the clutch plates. If you want your bike to last longer than a couple days, don't do that, okay? If that's the only way that you can really take off initially, I guess you'll be all right, but you're going to be burning your plates, okay? I guess that's better than flipping back. The best thing I can tell you is try to let the bike launch itself without giving it hardly any throttle. Like I said, you're probably going to have to give it a little bit of gas because it doesn't have the torque like the big bore machines. Well, let's try it. It actually did it. It actually did it. I'm impressed. If I would have went a little bit faster, I think it would have stalled out. Nope, still did it. So there you go. You can even do it on this small bike, guys. Just take that clutch. See, I bet if I go this fast, it'll stall out. Oh, wow. So there you go, guys. You can pretty much do it that way. I wouldn't really recommend it that way because it can stall out on you, and sometimes when bikes stall out, people go oh, and then they crash, okay? So let's not do that. All right, so again, this is how you launch. Once we get rolling, I'll demonstrate how you go through the gears and how you know when you should shift up or down, okay guys? So just bear with me. I know I'm a bit long-winded, but I'm really trying to put out a good video for you guys so that we don't mess up. So here we go. Like a musical instrument, guys. Slowly let the clutch out and slowly roll on the throttle. Just like that, guys. All right, now that we've got past that part, I promise you it's all downhill from here. That is the most difficult part of this whole journey, guys, is taking off without stalling or flipping back. So, next obstacle, okay? When to know when to shift, okay? Well, right now it's already kind of over revving. All right, listen to it. It's like a beautiful instrument, guys. She's whining too high, so you need to shift. Also, you'll feel it. It vibrates your feet, okay? Feels like a gigantic vibrator. It's just shaking you, okay? All right, you're revving it too high at that point. So this is basically what I do when I first take off. Okay, go like this, take off, and pretty much as soon as I get going, I shift in a second, and as soon as I start feeling that vibration and that tone get a little bit too loud, shift. Ready? Shift. And that's fourth gear already. And in fourth gear, you can go as fast as you want. Obviously, you can over-rev the engine, but it's a bit more difficult because typically the bike will run out of power before you over-rev it in fourth gear. But if you notice, I just shifted down. Well, why did I shift down? Had I stayed in fourth around that corner, it would have got too low in the RPM range, and it could potentially start hurting the clutch plates, start burning them. And that's what happens when you do go too slow and too high of a gear. I'm gonna demonstrate. Are you guys ready? So if you're in too high of a gear, going too slow, all right, the bike may be able to go still, but two ways you know you're burning the clutch. Number one, it has no power. All right, So you know right there, obviously you're not in an optimal gear. And number two, you can hear it going, whoa, 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 whoa. It's burning that clutch, guys. It may last a while like that, but eventually you're gonna have to replace your clutch plates. It's just not good. The way you know you're going too fast, too slow and too high of a gear is by two ways. You'll feel it. It has no power, all right, and by the noise. Listen to that, all right? So the next question you guys usually have is, okay, well, then if you're going too slow and too high of a gear, how do you know how many to shift down? Thank you for asking. That's a very good question. Shift down once. If it doesn't sound right, you shift down again, which that is actually probably the correct gear for the speed we're going. But if it's not, let me demonstrate. Let me go real slow in a high gear. All right. So if we're going, obviously we're burning the clutch, right? So I'm gonna shift down once. Still doesn't feel right. Shift down again. Oh, feels like I'm in optimum gearing. So there we go. It's that simple, guys. All right, and you'll feel it. The bike just feels like it's alive, has tons of power. That's how you know. How do you know when to shift up? All right, well, I'll tell you how. You'll feel it. Again, like I said, it vibrates the heck out of you, all right? It just vibrates the life right out of you. Ready? This is first gear. Some of you are probably going to go like this first time around. It just sounds, you can hear it, just sounds horrible. You're revving it way too high. Also, it's vibrating the life out of me, all right? So, you shift. Bam. It's already a right gear. Look at that. And say you're cruising and you're still in the right gear, okay? This is still okay. We're not over revving it. That would be over revving it right here, okay? But let's just slow it down a little bit. Let's go about right here. It's not over revving it. It's not over revving. However, perhaps if you want to go on a long ride and you want to conserve fuel, you can lower those RPMs, just shift up to the next gear. It's that easy, guys. I'm going to demonstrate going all the way through the gears and then all the way back down them, okay, guys? So we're in neutral, let out the clutch, roll into the throttle. Make sure you're pulling that clutch in between each gear. Alright, and so say I just want to leisurely come to a stop. I'm in fourth gear, pull the clutch in, let it out, pull in the clutch. Pretty much as you're slowing down, you can rep down through the gears and you're not going to overdo it, okay? If you're taking your time going through the gears like that. I'll show you what happens when you downshift too fast. Oh gosh, there's my ADD. Have to look at the river first. This is what happens when you shift down through the gears too fast. Ready? Alright, you're going to start shifting down. You over rev the bike way too much. So if you do it, alright, we're in fourth gear. So if you just come through the gears slowly, take your time, about every couple of seconds, shift down. Perfect. Perfect. Just like that, guys. I'll demonstrate another thing. You get up to speed, and then you can pull in the clutch and just shift all the way to neutral if you're coming to a stop rather fast like. Ready? Alright, we want to come to a stop kind of fast. Pull the clutch in, just use your brakes, and just start shifting down through the gears. Just like that. As simple as that, guys. So that pretty much concludes our tutorial video. I apologize in advance if this video was too long. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad if you skipped through some of it, but I really wanted to be very detailed. I wanted to give you as many scenarios as possible. If I wasn't clear on anything or you have additional questions, I will do one of two things. I'll either, one, try to explain myself through the comments, okay, or I will drop another video special for you. This video here was requested by not one, but by many of you, so I hope I did a great job teaching you today. If I did, smash that like button, and again, if I wasn't clear on anything, I will definitely drop another video if that's what you guys want. Alright, and before we end this video, let's do those epic donuts. Alright, this spot was amazing. The sand just feels perfect here. As you can see, I've been drifting, I've been doing donuts already, so I'm a bit warmed up now. So I will tell you, this thing does amazing donuts because you can really manipulate it well because it is a small pit bike. I will have additional videos on how to do little, cool donuts and stunts with this, so stay tuned. But pretty much what I do is we'll do a first gear one and we'll do a second gear one to show you the difference. But we're going to be in first gear. I turn the bike all the way, I put my foot out, and I pretty much just pop the clutch. Means let it go fast. Ready? And I just kind of use my foot to turn it like that. So that's a 180. I'll show you what it's like to do a complete 360. Ready? Here we go. Just keep your foot planted. Keep turning like that. Keep the bike down on its side. And then when you come out of it, do a little drift. Oh! Little drift. Woo! That was fun. Let's go check that out, guys. Almost lost it right there, about hit the ditch. But look at that drift. And look at that. Look at that perfect donut. Now let's do one in second gear. Do it back here a little bit further. Here we go. Again, plant your foot, turn the bike. We're in second gear. Dump the clutch. Oh guys, I love this pit bike. Alright, let's go look at what we did. Whoa! Let's go look at the damages. Here we go. Oh, look at those nice drift points right there. Look at that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Quad Nation 929. I'm out.